Hello, traders. Welcome to the support webinar. Somebody drop in the YouTube chat if they can see my screen and they can hear me. Hey, Trader 77, thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, hey, True Seeker, how you doing? Nib Top, great to hear from you guys. I'm hoping all is well. Crazy market. We'll pull them up real quick and take a look. And yeah, this is the kind of environment we could be in for a while. I mentioned it the other day on Trader TV. Not expecting a V-shaped bottom. This one could be tougher. It could be a grind. When that happens, it can present some huge opportunity for day trading. That's for sure. For swing trading, you gotta kind of keep it tight, keep it light, and the moves are a lot shorter than what they have been. Hi, Net Trade. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. All right, this is a support webinar. If you have any questions about the software, trying to work out something, let me know. I'll do my best to clear it up for you and hopefully get it fixed. Otherwise, if you have any questions about the market, if you're not, I know a lot of traders out there, uh, majority of them, vast majority, that really has never traded a sustained bear market, and which could be getting into, but it's tougher. Okay, since for the last 15 years, gosh, even longer than that, there've been a lot of short corrections, V-shaped bottoms, but we could be looking for at a grind for a while. Interesting, Trader 77. All right, how to build an alert window and then how to put it in a window in B plus. All right, building alert window is pretty easy. You just go to your new tab in the toolbar and click on alert window. Okay, and it's going to probably come in there filled up with something. What do you want to do? Start from scratch? Hold on, man. I got to buy some of this UNG. Yeah, I'll buy it when I get after I do this. Uh, all right, so then you start from scratch and you start building an alert. Let's say you want a new high. You go to the window specific filters, and then you start adding your filters. Let's say you want to price everything's got to be above $5 to $100. Let's say it's got to be doing relative volume of at least two, and let's put it breaking out of a, let's call it 5-day range. You can go to your search tab, uh, position in 5-day range. There you go. Add a filter. And let's say you want it at least at the 98% of that range. In other words, it can be about to go through a 5-day high. And let's say you don't want it too extended, something that just really gapped up and goes. So we could cap this range at maybe 120%, which is basically 20% of that range above that high. All right, this is going to be pretty simple, and uh, just call it breaking out of 5-day range. All right, add some columns here. Don't need description, but we do want to add maybe some relative volume in the 5 minutes, maybe position in 5-day range so we can see where it is. And then we launch, and we just built a uh, breaking out of 5-day range alert. See if we got any. Uh, Probably not a lot today. Oh, no, there's some stuff breaking out of a 5-day range. I got to put a volume filter in it. volume today. Let's say volume today has to at least be doing 300,000 shares. That UNG looks pretty good, bouncing off that 50 right there. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. All right. So after you build it, okay, you built your alert window and you want to add it to B plus. All right, you're going to go to first. You got to save it. You want to save it to the cloud. Okay, you're not sharing it, so we're just going to click on save. Okay, so now we got this breaking out of 5-day range saved. So now what you want to do is go over here to your strategies. God, it's been a long time since I did this. And you want to add a strategy in here. Let's see. Right click, load from cloud. Breaking out of 5-day range, and we load. No, we just want to add to existing. We don't want to replace all existing. Okay, so we just added this strategy into it. Who was that? Chambers. So Chambers, that's basically how you do it. You build it, and then you right click, and then you load from the cloud. Now, once you get it in there, you can turn it off, turn it on. But make sure you got to build your uh, uh, edit trading strategy. So, all right, so we got to go in here and we got to build our configuration for the one we just added. Okay, so the description is long. You got to make sure you have it on the long or short side. This will be a long. Uh, got to make sure you set up the accounts. Okay, so you got to make sure you go in here if you are connecting it to IB or E-Trade. In this case, it would be just, if I'm paper trading, paper trade, just TI paper trade. All right, so we'll just click on that. It'll list it right there for you. And then you entry time. What time do you want us to start? Maybe you don't want to start it right at the bell. So maybe you want to start it at 9 o'clock. Put it there. Whatever time you want to stop it, put it there. Uh, you got to figure out what you want to do as far as sending orders for a symbol more than once per day for this strategy. So these you can just read up on our. It's pretty straightforward. In other words, if you want to only send one symbol that comes through, you want to uncheck this. But if you want to play several that come through, uh, you could do that. You can stop after sending so many orders. Let's say you only want to get like 5 orders that come through. You just set it on 5, and then of course you want to come in and do your order details. Okay, uh, time and force. So there's a lot of details for me to try to cover in this. So best thing to do is I'll drop the link from our uh, manual, our user guide into the chat there, and you can go over risk management, hold time, and all that. But that's how you basically add a strategy into your Brokerage Plus, and I can do that right now. And user guide is very helpful. And don't forget about our uh, Chambers. If you're not aware of it, so many people are not. Right on our front page, homepage, how to build a strategy in Brokerage Plus. We have an AI that's going to give you all the links and everything you need to know. Hopefully. There you go. Create alert window. So basically going through the same instructions that I gave you. Set your parameters. Then it's going to have a bunch of relative links here that you can click on and take you to our basically our user manual and have videos in our user manual and things like that. So I hope that helps you out there, Chambers. It's pretty straightforward, and so use the AI, and I will also give you the user guide. Let's see if I can get the right words here. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be under Brokerage Plus. Let's do this. Let's call it. You're probably planning on auto trading if you're building a strategy. Probably need to leave out the. There you go. So I'm going to copy this and drop it in there. Which basically, I probably the chat bot on our homepage would probably take you there as well. So there you go, Chambers. It takes a while getting used to, but you'll find out that once you get it down, it's very intuitive, and it'll walk you through every little step there. Building, configuration, pretty much everything. Be sure to take advantage of the uh, videos when you have them, and I know there's some out there that's probably going to be on a different page, but that'll walk you through it right perfectly. All right, let me see. Banks read that 2.3 trillion is coming due for banks. It's a huge commercial losses. Yeah, yeah. I'm in some FAS. I scalped out of some only because XLF has been holding up very well and came down here to the 20 period moving average. I kind of want to, it's kind of hoping for a bounce so I could get back short some more. But then how do you view its picks? Well, okay, it's going to come in. If you set up the auto trading chambers, okay, what's going to happen is once you come in here and you go to strategies, okay, and you turn this on. Now, I haven't set up my trading parameters on it, but let's say I turn this on now. Jeez, I forgot how I cut it on. Like I said, it's been a long time. Should it be a right click? Maybe there you go. Let me see if I highlight it. Okay, enable selected strategy. There we go. My little, I had a StreamYard thing down here that was covering it up. But there you go. You just enable your strategy. Okay. And then what'll happen is it'll be in now every time trades today, it'll start when one fires off. Okay. Um, it'll start calling, it'll start appearing in here as number of trades that come through. Okay. And then also it'll show the last symbol. The last symbol is AAM. I didn't have it cut on then. I'm not sure it's even going to execute because I uh, just turned it on. But what'll happen is, and in your positions window, they'll start appearing in your positions window. So you just want to make sure you have a positions tab up, okay? Orders tab, execution. You can check the orders and executions and position. It'll just start appearing in there, Chambers. I can show you my list of up gappers. It's a pretty good one. True Seeker. You can go to the best place if you want to see the one from the channel bar is go to dock channel bar and go to pre-market. Okay. And you'll have a list of up gappers and down gappers in that in there. It'll be in a uh, tree map. You can just turn it and take off tree map if you just want to see it in a top list. All right. Same thing with down gappers. Or you can go to uh, uh, let me just give you one of mine if you just want a really nice clean up gappers window. Let me just go ahead and load it first, show you what it looks like. It's just something that's very tight and clean that you can see the change from the close, how much is gapping up. So I can share that one with you. And then you could choose which ones you want to look at. Got too much stuff open. I'm gonna have to shut some down. All right, there you go. There you go, True Seeker. What do you mean? Where do you check the trades, Chambers? I said they will come in your positions window right here. So uh, I don't know what you mean by check the trades. You mean where do they appear? I'm hoping we'll get another one in the list since I cut it on, but I doubt we are since we are crashing to more lows here. But you're going to see them in the positions window. Now you have to make sure you have the right account up. So if you have your paper trading account up and you're trading like live in IB, you want to make sure you have the correct account matched up with whatever account you have in your positions window. The only way, yeah, Dylan, you can save a docked window, but you have to save it as a layout. In other words, you cannot just save the dock itself. So in other words, you can create a layout with your dock in it, okay, and then just go to File and just like you do your regular layout, okay. You can just go Save Layout, and basically you're saving your whole layout with the dock in it. That's the only way you can really save it uh, to the local drive. Has to be a layout. You cannot like save individual windows. Chambers, I'm not sure. You keep asking where do I check the trades? I'm not sure. Can you be more? You're welcome, Dylan. Yeah, can you be a little clearer on that by checking the trades? Right. You can check it by orders, like NibTop says. You can go to orders, right, and you can and your trades will come through here as your orders come through. You can also go to executions to get a basically a timeline and the time it was filled and everything else. As far as your strategies go, you have to make sure uh, it is on. Now, mine is okay. Look, see, there you go. This IGSB just came through. Okay, so there you have it. I have a strategy. It's turned on. Okay, remember you got to build out your order executions and things like that, and your risk parameters and all that. But once you do that and you turn it on, once it's you get a trade, it's going to pop up on your blotter just like this, IGSB. And if I go to orders, you can see ISGB was filled 5235. I hope that I'm glad we got an order come through because that kind of clears it up for you. So that's it's going to appear. Just you want to make sure you have your positions window up at all times. Oh, you're welcome. You are welcome. Yeah, I'm glad we got an order come through because I haven't done this in a while. Good Lord, let's take a look, guys. For those nervous about the market, you're sitting on a bunch of longs. You have every reason to be because spies are breaking through that level and Qs. What? Just yeah, just nothing, nothing. I'm gonna have to finally sell my Tesla. It's been a good trade for me, but glad I took some off. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like that thing's looks like it's coming down to these moving averages. Now, I should have grabbed some more FAS on that pullback. Oh well. Now, see if you had your stop and everything figured out in this IGSB, you would I would not have to worry about it. I just let everything work. A bond fund, yeah, that's about the only things coming through. And you can always take over, your order. So in other words, if you have a strategy build with targets and stops and everything, and you don't like the market, you can always just come in here and I'm going to flatten this thing. So you can always override any strategies just by clicking on the hot buttons or putting an order entry in. Or you could come in here and change your stop too. You could, if you had a stop, you can modify your stop order. I forgot I do have a little bit of hood left. Let's take a look at the big boys real quick while we're waiting on another question. NVIDIA is Apple. Gosh, I tried to get a short. I just missed it this morning. I left it out there. Microsoft, ugly. Meta. Got his 200 day. That'd be interesting to put a little. price alert there. Google breaking down, and it broke that low. Yeah, yeah, we're in a bear market, man. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Tesla's holding up about as good as anything. Amazon, I was in that. Luckily, I put a sell order out this morning, like 198, bounced up and got me. All right, Chambers. Yeah, it's if you have a good strategy, it can be now. What you have to do is you got to be careful. It's not a very active. If you get a really active strategy in there, boy, you'll notice look up and there'll be 25 positions on your blotter. So you got to make sure you manage the execution thing in the configuration. All right, Chambers. Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad we got that. All right, so let's take a look around, see what kind of damage is being done. Spies down 1.78%. Q's down 2.4%. IWM, which was holding up the best recently above, holding above its 20 period for a while. It broke down. You're welcome, Chambers. You might be on a delay or something because I haven't mentioned anything else about the position windows. I'm not sure. You're like, let's take a look and see what stocks have been coming through here in this breaking out of the 5-day range. Hydroelectric power generation. Yeah, that stuff's been holding up good. You got your ED. Look at that, all time high. Duke VST. I've been watching this and for a bounce because it just can't get anything going. I actually bought it on this day right here on this bar reversal and scalped it. But I'd like to see if this thing ever gets a bounce and get up there. It's definitely lagging the group. Silver was coming through and it didn't come through for long. So, yeah, so not a lot. Not a lot coming through the breaking 5-day range. Now, Hood did not go anywhere near lows. Let's take a look and see. Some of these things are just really getting beaten up. See, when it comes to playing like a bounce, kind of like I did in Hood earlier, I look for things actually that are down the most. I don't look for things that are holding up, because this is where you might have some short taken, like kind of like those hoods where the market went down to another low, but these things, some of them didn't go any lower. Those are sometimes good to watch for possible bounce. I mean, it's a different game, but that's how I caught that hood earlier. I like that level right there. Started buying it too early and then had to get out, and then I finally hit it the second time pretty good. Probably a lot of people shorting Tesla trying to get it to break with the others. Man, it's hard to say, Jay. It feels more like a kind of a grinding long bear market, which we've haven't experienced, since probably 2008, 2009. Uh, it seems like our corrections, over the last 15 years, like I was saying earlier, they've been uh, quick to bounce back. I just don't feel like this, and I just don't think there's going to be this, free money flying around like it has been in the past. This is way too long and overextended, and finally, I'm and glad somebody's doing something about it. I mean, and the past presidents and all of them. It's not Democrat, it's not Republican. I'm just saying that no one, everybody wanted to kick the can and just keep printing money, and you can't just keep doing that. Eventually, it's gonna collapse your economy. But so we'll see. It could be. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's going to be. I think it's a scalping market, in my opinion, unless you're a really good short trader. Yeah, a lot of technicals are broken. The analysis window you pulled up, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by analysis chambers. Are you talking about, let's see, the strategies? If I right click, is this what you mean? Where you go edit trading strategy, and this is where you build your configuration. I'm not sure what the analysis window. Let's see. I'm just trying to remember all the windows. I pulled up that window. Uh, went to orders, sector analysis. Yeah, this one right here. Thank you, Peppy. Yeah, this is just my sectors. Gosh dang it! I knew I should have bought that. A lot of times when the market starts getting killed, natural gas wants to run. Yeah, stick it in maybe for a pullback. Yeah, this is the only sector analysis with the bars. This has bars in it. Is this the one you're talking about, Peppy? I'm sorry, Chambers. Yeah, good job, in top. Yeah, yeah. This is. I mean, here's the thing. I can share this with you, but I cannot. If I drop the symbols into chat, they're all jumbled together. So you'd have to break them down. So just email me at info@trade-ideas.com, and I will. Uh, you don't need to put me in the subject line. You can, but you just say, just let them know you're looking for Andy's sector analysis. That way, I can share the window with you, and also share the. You'll have to build a symbol list and drop my symbols in there, so I can include all these symbols. They're easy to copy and paste into an email. Yeah, I just explained that. You must have a delay going out. Okay, yeah. Here's what you want to do. You go True Seeker. You go to right click and you go to modify indicator parameters. Then you want to go to volume and modify colors. Yours is set up here to set one color, but you can come down here and you can use up candles, and you want to select green, and then down candles, select red, and just click OK, and they will change for you. One more time, right click, modify indicator parameters, and modify colors in the volume. And select the second dot and choose your colors. Mags. Yeah, let's see. I see what you're saying. Uh, put alert down there. See what happens. In this kind of environment, it's tough. I tried to play Goog earlier off of this move right here. It put in a bottoming tail and it started flattening out. And I just took a small position thinking, well, if it does a bar reversal like an ad, got out real quick. And yeah, I was trying to play off this level back over here, but did not work. Uh-oh, I got some stuff coming through on my 5-day highs. And they all immediately turn red on me because I'm chasing green bars. No, you can apply this, Jason, to any list. Okay, what you want to do if you want this, right click and go to properties and show cylinder score. Make sure you check that, and you can get that on any top list. Just going to basically show you what percentage of that top list is down on the day and what percentage of it is up on the day. And you can see from this sector analysis, there's a lot of red. You're welcome, Jason. Let me get rid of these. They'll affect my true blotter. All right, some good questions today. So maybe an interesting one off its 20 period there. I just look at the market, man. I just, ugh, it's ugly. I don't want to trade anything. Yeah, that would have been a nice little trade. Sometimes once you change the time frame on these things, sometimes, and oh boy, it's ugly. 9, make it a bounce right there. Oh, the SMR off its weekly. Where's Oklo? It's in no man's land. Yes, yes, that's good advice, Trader 77. Uh, I mean, it's yes, okay, yeah, that is, yeah. I thought that sounded familiar, but it is. It's good. It's good advice. Now he was definitely a longer term, trader. That's a good one. Yeah, he had some great quotes. That's for sure. All right, guys, we got about 13 more minutes. So if you have any questions, be sure to get them in. Otherwise, we will look for some opportunity. Let's see what stocks are above all their moving averages. Let's put it back on the daily. That's the one we just pulled up on the other one. I don't know what this thing is, but it's been going crazy for it's had about 7 trading days. There you go. There's another electric power generation. Yeah, David, you're right. I do have Let's Go Fishing. I hadn't pulled that up in a while. See if there's anything in there. BG. Let's take a look at some. This is probably when you've had this software for 25 years, you build so many alerts. Etsy would be interesting if it gets above that level. Yeah, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot in there today. I didn't expect it to be. I would like to play a bounce, but I sure don't like being in no man's land. Like it, I think I tried a bounce earlier and it fell through that, man. So now, gosh, bounce can come at any time, that's for sure. If I do anything, it probably just these two positions right here that did not go to lows. Actually, Hood's kind of setting up again. This is another one. I see. I do fishing at times. I had a nice trade in this one. Did very well. Bought it on this day. Just liked the way it was holding up, and sold all but a quarter of it, and then I got stopped out. But I tried it again today. The reason I'm saying I like this is this nice confirmed flatting area where it held on last time. There was definitely some buyers at this level. It was tired of going down. It was obvious. Well, now it's pulled back to this, and I tried it earlier and got stopped out. But I think this is one that I may have to try again. Do you have a window for spies? Something you can keep? Yes, I do. I have several windows on my other monitor over here. One of them is yes, I am always watching the spies. Sometimes I put it on the queues. I have another one where I can keep an eye on Bitcoin just by using the iBit. Uh, and I got my big boys over there, and I got China. I have ARK. I like to keep an eye on the ARK stocks because sometimes they all When I see ARC hot in my sector analysis, I will look to my ARC stocks and see which ones are hot and which ones are not. But no, I don't have any sort of. I don't even have an alert or strat for the spies. No, I will put an alert in the spies occasionally. Like if I'm looking over here and keep an eye on. I said, well, I'd like to see if it gets back above that 10 period moving average. Then I'd put alert maybe in the spies. But I don't have any sort of alert window or anything just for spies. I don't have a compare count window. A lot of people will. I think Jamie was big at that. Doing a compare count window on the whole spy sector. And I also got my extreme volume high low pro over here that I like to keep an eye on. I don't I used to look a lot at RSI, but I don't anymore because I have found that man things can stay overbought and oversold. I've got to where sometimes I would, you know, buy based upon the RSI and when I'm looking at things that have been oversold for a long time, but gosh, like I said, they can stay oversold. So I really like to simplify things more obviously, on an intraday oversold across the board right now, but doesn't mean we're going to bounce. And typically, the longer you go in the day without a bounce, more likely it's going to continue in that same direction until the close. And yeah, you may get one like the last 15 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm not saying it can't, but typically when you have these heavy selling pressure, 90% down days, they usually continue. Yeah, yeah, you can definitely, yeah, RSI can be great for that, but once again, you got to be careful uh trading something off. What's the term they use? Trader 77 is a term for that. I don't know why I can't think of it right now. Uh Net trade, were you not around when I just showed that? All right, I'll show you. I'll show you again net trade. It's Go to your strategy window, okay? And I this is the one I just loaded. But let's say I wanted to load another alert window. First of all, it has to be an alert window, cannot be a top list, right? You have to have an alert. So you just right click and you load from cloud. You have to have it saved to the cloud, and it pulls up the cloud. And let's say I wanted to, here's an opening range breakout 15 minutes. I want to add this, okay? So basically you just highlight it and you load and add to exist. Make sure you don't replace all existing, okay? Because it'll wipe out everything. I don't know why we have that one highlighted first, but you want to click on add to existing and it'll add it to your strategies window. So now you have it in there. You got to go in. The strategy's built already for you. So when the alert goes off, it's going to execute a trade. But now you have to build your trading strategy. Okay. So this is where you go into configuration. You have to say if it's a long or short. Okay. You got to make sure you put the right account in here. And my case, it'd be TI paper trading. If you're trading IB, you got to make sure you put your IB account in there. Hit click save, and it's going to save it. Okay. You got to make sure you go through those steps. Entry time, then you set when you want it to start and stop. Make sure you go through these. Tells you the orders, how many times you want it to go off, and how many trades you want from that strategy, etc. And then your order details. You got to come in here and your fixed amounts. Let's say you want to put $5,000 on every trade. Okay. Then your entry order, you got to put your time in force, how long you want it to sit out there before it gets, before it shuts down if it doesn't get filled. Uh, and you can read up on all this stuff in our manual. I'm not going to go through everything. But the key thing is your risk, risk management. You got to put in a stop loss. So you can use percent, dollars, or you can actually use a filter. Uh, I like to keep it basic and use like if I'm swing trading, I just put, you know, 3%. If I'm looking to make 6 to 10 on the upside, I want to take a 3% loss, stop loss. You can put a target in there if you want to. Trailing stop is kind of wonky, man. I wouldn't even. You can use a trailing stop, but you cannot use it with a stop. So, but basically, if you wanted to use a 3% trailing stop, you would not put anything in the stop loss and just put it down here in trailing stop. And then, your hold time, how long you want to hold it. And then once you're ready to go, you just click on it and you highlight it and you can enable the selected and it'll start firing off trades for you. I hope you got that net trade. If you didn't, look up above. I dropped some links to the uh, user guide that will help you with this. And spies go to lows. Yeah, I don't see any reason trying to pick a bottom in this mess. All right, guys, we have reached the top of the hour. All right, and man, all I can say is keep it tight out there. Cash is a position. You don't have to do anything. If you're not a short seller, that's fine. If you are, I hope you're doing well today. Oh, you're welcome, net trade. You are welcome. But this is ugly, and it could get uglier because really, I don't see any reason for us to be bouncing anytime, especially being now the cues. If we do get down to this low and we don't get a bounce, boy, and really, the probability is we're going to get down to that low is pretty high, I would say. So, okay, Rittman, go ahead if you have a quick question. I'll hang around a little longer. Oh, you you retracted it. Okay, so you don't have a quick question. I don't mind, Rittman, if you're out there. I got nothing pressing this afternoon, so if you wanna ask something, feel free. All right, going once, going twice. All right, guys, y'all have a great weekend and keep it tight. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye bye.